I think so. I think it can definitely be done. What I would say though, personally, I think it's easier for men because I feel like they can disconnect. And when I say that, I feel like they can have sex and just be an act for them. It doesn't have to have emotional ties in the same way to them.
When you say disconnect, that would say that there was a connection in the first place.
Yeah, but I feel, well, not necessarily between them, but I mean, as himself, I feel like he can disconnect, like, his, like, say, for example, you see how we'll say, oh, men are ruled by their dick, or they're ruled by their head, or whatever else. Men are ruled by their heads, women are ruled by their hearts. Yeah, as women, we're emotional beings naturally, so we tie into certain things within ourselves. Men, because you are more the logical thinkers and we're more the emotional thinkers, we do things, and once it pulls on them heartstrings, it will change our emotional balances.
But some of that's an act though, man.
Some of it is definitely 100%.
A lot of men run with the logical side
because they want to block out all the emotional side. But they're very in tune with the emotional side. Some of them are, and some of them have done the blocking for so long, they're disconnected, but they don't even realise how disconnected they are. Yeah, those are the ones that will be regarded as like the trash guys that will just go beat their way through but they'll become emotionally exhausted at the same time, because they'll get to a point where when they are ready to settle down or do certain things, they'll struggle because they've been doing it for so long. They have to kind of almost rein themselves back in. Yeah. But if you can, I think the difference is with women now, where it's like men can do it, we can do it too. Yeah, I feel like most women, I'm not saying all, a lot of women that can do it, some of them it's so much more of a conscious decision to do it.
To what?
To just have sex and it just be that with no emotional attachments. So, for example, they may then go for someone that they know they wouldn't go for as a partner. But they would indulge sexually with the person. And once you find out, okay, yeah, cool, the sex is good, we can keep this running. But they know that there's so many, like you could speak to someone, you think, yeah, you're a cool person, but you're not a cool person for me. But because you're cool, we can go down that realm and, oh, yeah, okay, the beat was good. Yeah. But this doesn't connect with me, that doesn't. And if you don't have those connections, it's easier to keep that at bay. Because you're not falling into that trap of, oh, no, but he's really nice, or oh, this and all that. It's just, yeah, you know what? We can be friends, but we can never be partners because there's so many different reasons why we couldn't and shouldn't be. Whereas I feel like from what I've seen and known with guys, and again, not all, listen, if they just find a woman attractive, sometimes that's enough. Not all, as I said, but there are guys where it's just like, or it's just that.
If they don't find her attractive.
And they'll still be. And that's the thing. Guys will be, it's not based on, as much as guys will say, oh yeah, she's nice. I've realised that everyone they beat is not based on, oh, I physically find you attractive. Like, because there's guys that will chat shit through their teeth. That's quite telling though, isn't it? Yeah, and be like, no, and cuss a girl, but still be her.
That's quite telling though, isn't it?
What about a person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't find them attractive, but
you still smash.
You can be.
So there's guys that I know are fully, when their boys are there chatting rubbish about a girl, they'll be in on it. But you would still, or you have smashed that same girl. You're not going to tell anybody because you don't really want it to be out there, but you've done it. And sometimes it's because it's easy. Some guys are happy to go down the easy route. Some guys will go just because someone's put up a challenge. Like, it could have just been a phone call, but do you know what I mean? And see where it goes. But now, because she's posed a challenge, now she's something you have to conquer. It is what it is for some guys though, isn't it? So now it's something like you've got to get past that milestone, and then sometimes once they've done it, that's it. They don't even care again. Then you've got others that will do it. Okay, you've enjoyed it. I still don't want nothing else from you, but the beat was good, so let's go again.
You've been talking to a lot of men, innit?
Because the majority of my friends are guys.
You sound like you're just numb to it completely.
Do you know what? I feel like at first it was like, whoa, is this how you don't really think? Now I'm just like, ciao.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not good, you know.
It's not. I said it's not. I tap out of it.
Like.
For me, I look at that as things. No, but I take it on. I take it on board. Don't get twisted. Yeah. So for me, it's for me to learn from that. So if I could talk to my male friends and I'm hearing this and I'm thinking, yo, this is not what I would want.
But the men will still catch you off guard.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, they'll. But I think they'll catch me off guard because if they know that I'm exposed to it.
Genuine feminine nature that can still kind of like have you in a situation where you slip
I would say yes, because I feel like it will be that if I allow myself to be myself and have that feminine nature, if I want to do that whole no, I'm not on it, I can do it. But then it's me really being outside of myself.
So that's not you being you.
Yeah, so part of it is, but I'm having to do an extra bit. It's like me having a natural balance, but then me putting on an extra force field.
To be honest,
to keep that at bay.
Though, you can't afford to, innit? You can't really afford to slip and find yourself.
Right, so there's times where I feel it's necessary to have that force field for protective reasons, but then at the same time, if I try and do that for too long, I'm exhausting myself in doing it. But then also, sometimes that force field can block out the right things, if that makes sense. So obviously, I still feel like what's meant for you won't pass in that sense. It may feel like it takes you years to get back around to it, but what's for you is for you. Yeah. But then doing that extra bit of nah, I'm not doing that. I'm only gonna do this. I'm only gonna do that. Okay, you're doing it, but are you really biting your nose to spite your face? Do you see what I mean? Because now, the same way with girls, they'll go for this type of guy, and that same good guy that's been there whole time just waving his flag like I'm over here, and she don't want to know him. That I think I can speak for most women and say we've done this to a nice guy, and it's like, no, he's too nice, so I'm not really on it because he's too nice.
Well, and like this is the thing, like what they're saying at that point is that I want Satan, and I will do my best to get Satan. But what will happen is
but I'm still gonna moan when I realise I don't got God.
When Satan fucks me, I'm gonna blame him.
Yeah, because
without realising that I wanted him. I didn't want God.
But you didn't realise you didn't want God. It's a subconscious thing though.
That's the same person who will say, oh, I deserve better. Maybe not. Maybe you deserve Satan 2.0.
What?
Maybe this is the best that you're going to get. No, I'm just... I'm going to stop.
So... I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Yeah. No, do you know what? The thing is, the worst part is, as bad as it sounds, I get it.
No, that's true.
Because at the end of the day, I think a lot of women, and I've said this before.
Sorry, quickly. We know them girls growing up.
100%.
There were girls
100%.
who would go for the lowest of the low because it looked good.
Because of the status.
Because of the status. Get fucked over. And then you're the one.
Do you know what they were?
Now at 38, you're a lesbian. And I'm not saying and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. But what I am saying is that this was the path that you chose. And now you've convinced yourself. And now you've convinced yourself that you hate men. No, you don't hate men. You hate yourself for fucking up in the beginning.
Do you know what I'd say? Yeah, the best way I can describe it is, me and my analogies is like a fly to the light. So, when you watch things like that, the bugs happen, they're like, oh, I can't help it. It's so beautiful and I'm still going. But when you touch it, it's going to zap you and you're going to drop on the floor and dead. Yeah. It's that. Like, it's no good for you. But there's something attractive about it. You go to it and it burns your clout. Don't get me wrong, I'm not even going to chat shit here and say, oh, we passed the nice guy, but from now on, I'm going to go for that. Because I know I'm not. For me, it's not I won't go for the nice guy. It's just that it has to just be the person that I feel is the right person.
So let me ask you this. Do you think women like to be mistreated?
Do you know what? I don't actually think they like to be mistreated, but I think they don't always comprehend the mistreatment, or there's a confusion between mistreated and being shown. And it's going to sound a bit mad because it's two different ends, but it's like some people, their experience of love, like we said before, who defines what love is? Like everyone's version of love is different.
The white man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah.
But their experience or how they've been raised has a big impact on what they think is acceptable.
Yeah.
So if you're raised in a place where you feel like you've gone elsewhere, so this guy could be the baddest man on road, treat you like shit. Everyone else can see he treats you like shit. But in your head, he treats you like a queen. Why? Because he showers you with this, he does that, he takes you here, he takes... So he's giving you experiences you've never had. What now happens is those experiences you've been given it comes at a cost, but your mind is not comprehending it as something negative, because all you're thinking is, oh my gosh, he's showing me a side of the world that no one else is showing me, not realizing he's endangering your ass. Yeah, but you've now taken it on as, if he didn't love me or he didn't feel something, he wouldn't show me this. Because, and then when you've got the girls, he's been with other girls, he's only slept with them, he hasn't taken her for dinner, he hasn't taken them here, he takes me here, he does this and this. So it's, the lines are very blurred. Then you've got others that will be trying to match it, if that makes sense. Okay, cool, my man does this, but now he's got to take me here, he's got to do this. They've got their own standard. Like, if he doesn't meet this and this, he can't be on my level, so which means he can't love me, or he can't do this because he can't meet my levels. There's so many different things.
When a woman says that she doesn't want the nice guy, what is she really saying now?
I think that she's saying she doesn't know how to deal with it, for one. Two, like, all right, when I say it, if I was to say, I don't want a nice guy or stuff like that, for me, it's, I need somebody, for me, the nice guy is the soft guy. And when I say the soft guy, I know my character and my nature. So for me, I need someone that can challenge me. Yeah? I'm going to be careful how I say things from this point on, yeah?
No.
No, because it can go left.
I was just going to say something, but go on.
No, say it.
What?
Say it.
No, I was going to say, but you see, you can't really speak because you're like, as feminine as you are, you've got that masculine side which can interfere in your decisions and stuff.
So because I'm aware now of that side, this is why I need someone that challenges me. But the way that they challenges me is where it goes all a bit like that.
Slap you with the money, yeah?
The money to get working for me, because I'll slap you back with it.
You kept using the money analogy before about slap me the money.
No, but
I had to say it on camera.
I've definitely said it, and there was a video that was partly why I said it as well.
Okay, yeah.
But for me, it's like it almost takes a special person to challenge me a certain way. Yeah? Because I've had people that will challenge me, say certain things, and I don't even know why I do it. Like, I legit don't. There's just that part of me that's like, if you talk to me, I'm very much a person on tone, and it's how you say things sometimes more so than what you say.
You're combative.
Yeah. So you'll be like, just sit down, and I'm like, who are you talking to, bro? No. And it's like an innate thing. Like, and if I say to myself, team, don't be like that. Just take it on. I'm sitting there and in my head, I'm like, what am I doing? And I'm cussing, you know? So I'm already uneasy with it.
With being combative? Or just
who are you talking to? Like, with just listening to what you're telling or doing. I've got an issue with authority. That's what it is. Yeah? I can openly say that. But there are still certain people that can have a certain authoritative tone. It's just not everybody. Yeah. So you have to have that character that sits right with me, for me. So if you come to me and I feel like you're teaching me stuff and you're coming in the right way, yes. But then if also at the same time, if you say to me, do this, and I'm like, no, who are you talking to? And you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Bro, that can't work for me either. So it sounds like I'm just hella awkward, if I'm honest. But that's how I know the right person or the right people around me will get a certain response from me. Because if I can say, all right, cool, you know what? They're not actually doing it just to be controlling or to be this way around me. They're doing it for my own benefit. I can accept that. But it doesn't matter how much you tell me that's what you're doing. I have to feel that.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And I feel with a lot of women, I can't speak. I don't know if that's the way that they look at things. So for me, if I want to ramp about and you're like, oh no, because I don't want to, oh bro, get out of here. Like, I'm not saying every day I want to ramp, but I'm that childlike, playful person at times. So there has to just be certain levels and connections. But I think with a lot of women, they don't want it, as they will say, a yes man. Some girls do though. Don't get it twisted.